Hello, Wanderers of the Night. I have a quick challenge for you. I'm starting a listener referral challenge. All you have to do is get 3 friends to check out the podcast. That's it. In return, I'll be handing out shout-outs for you and each of your friends on upcoming episodes. Also, if you leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, share the show, or even just send in a message, I'll start mentioning listeners by name because honestly, you're what keeps the whole thing going. So let's spread the word and have some fun doing it. Welcome, Wanderers of the Night, to Petra's Dark and Dreamy, where shadows dance and dreams drift through the twilight. I'm Petra, your guide through this realm where the boundaries of reality blur and the mystical becomes tangible. Tonight, we plunge into the depths of the unknown, exploring stories that shimmer in the darkness and ideas that echo through the silence. So, find a cozy nook, let the world outside fade away, and prepare to embark on a journey where the night is always young and the dreams are endlessly alluring. Are you ready to embrace the dark and the dreamy? Then let's begin. Dear listeners, some poems to honor our fallen and those that we remember on Memorial Day. Dedicated to Harvey Gene Hurst. Though this is a podcast to make you sleep, I implore you, make it to the last poem. I could scarcely get through it. It will make you weep. And while perhaps some of these poems are written from the eye of our foe, I believe the underlying meaning is something we can all appreciate. In Flanders Fields by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae has become the most famous Memorial Day poem. However, I have found a collection of quite a few that are very touching. Written after the death of a close friend in Belgium's Flanders region, the poem captures the contrast between the beauty of red poppies growing among soldiers' graves and the deep sorrow of war. Its haunting lines give voice to the fallen, urging the living to continue their fight. The poem became a symbol of remembrance, inspiring the use of the red poppy to honor those who died in war, a tradition still observed on Memorial Day and Remembrance Day. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from falling hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. The Watchers by John Greenleaf Whittier. Beside a stricken field I stood, on the torn turf, on grass and wood, hung heavily the dew of blood. Still in their fresh mounds lay the slain, but all the air was quick with pain and gusty sighs and tearful rain. 2 angels, each with drooping head and folded wings and noiseless treads, watched by that valley of the dead. The one with forehead saintly bland and lips of blessing, not command, leaned, weeping, on her olive wand. The other's brows were scarred and knit, his restless eyes were watchfires lit, his hands for battle gauntlets fit. How long? I knew the voice of peace. Is there no respite, no release? When shall the hopeless quarrel cease? O Lord, how long? One human soul is more than any parchment scroll, or any flag thy winds unroll. What price was Ellsworth's, young and brave? How weigh the gift that Lyon gave, or count the cost of Winthrop's grave? O brother, if thine eye can see, tell how and when this end shall be. What hope remains for thee and me? Then freedom sternly said, I shun no strife nor pang beneath the sun, when human rights are staked and won. I knelt with Ziska's hunted flock, I watched in Toussaint's cell of rock, I walked with Sydney to the block. The Moor of Marston felt my tread, through Jersey snows the march I led, my voice magenta's charges sped. But now through weary day and night I watch a vague and aimless fight, for leave to strike one blow aright. On either side my foe they own, one guards through love his ghastly throne, and one through fear to reverence groan. Why wait we longer, mocked, betrayed, by open foes, or those afraid to speed thy coming through my aid? Why watch to see who win or fall? I shake the dust against them all, I leave them to their senseless brawl. Nay, peace implored, yet longer wait. The doom is near, the stake is great. God knoweth if it be too late. Still wait and watch, the way prepare where I with folded wings of prayer may follow, weaponless and bare. Too late, the stern, sad voice replied. Too late, its mournful echo sighed. In low lament, the answer died. A rustling as of wings in flight, an upward gleam of lessening white, so passed the vision, sound and sight. But round me like a silver bell rung down the listening sky to tell of holy help, a sweet voice fell. Still hope and trust, it sang. The rod must fall, the winepress must be trod, but all is possible with God. Not to Keep by Robert Frost. They sent him back to her. The letter came saying, and she could have him. And before she could be sure there was no hidden ill under the formal writing, he was in her sight, living. They gave him back to her alive. How else? They are not known to send the dead. And not disfigured visibly, his face, his hands, she had to look, to ask, what was it, dear? And she had given all, and still she had all. They had, they, the lucky. Wasn't she glad now? Everything seemed won, and all the rest for them permissible ease. She had to ask, what was it, dear? Enough, yet not enough. A bullet through and through, high in the breast. Nothing but what good care and medicine and rest and you a week can cure me of, to go again. The same grim giving to do over for them both. She dared no more than ask him with her eyes, how was it with him for a second trial? And with his eyes he asked her not to ask. They had given him back to her, but not to keep. Before Marching and After by Thomas Hardy. In Memoriam F.W.G. Orion swung southward aslant where the starved Egdon pine trees had thinned. The Pleiades aloft seemed to pant with the heather that twitched in the wind. But he looked on indifferent to sights such as these, unswayed by love, friendship, home joy, or home sorrow, and wondered to what he would march on the morrow. The crazed household clock with its whir rang midnight within as he stood. He heard the low sighing of her who had striven from his birth for his good. But he still only asked the spring starlight, the breeze, what great thing or small thing his history would borrow from that game with death he would play on the morrow. When the heath wore the robe of late summer, and the fuchsia bells hot in the sun hung red by the door, a quick comer brought tidings that marching was done. For him who had joined in that game overseas where death stood to win, though his memory would borrow a brightness therefrom, not to die on the morrow. The Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward. All in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade, charge for the guns, he said. into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well. Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. Flashed all their sabers bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army, while all the world wondered. Plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke. Cossack and Russian reeled from the saber stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made. All the world wondered. Honor the charge they made. Honor the light brigade. Noble 600. For the Fallen by Laurence, Binyon. With proud thanksgiving, a mother for her children, England mourns for her dead across the sea. Flesh of her flesh they were, spirit of her spirit, fallen in the cause of the free. Solemn the drums thrill, death august and royal sings sorrow up into immortal spheres. There is a music in the midst of desolation, and a glory that shines upon our tears. They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncountered. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them. They mingle not with their laughing comrades again. They sit no more at familiar tables at home. They have no lot in our labor of the daytime. They sleep beyond England's foam. But where our desires are and our hopes profound, felt as a wellspring that is hidden from sight, to the innermost heart of their own land they are known, as the stars are known to the night. As the stars that shall be bright when we are dust, moving in marches upon the heavenly plain, as the stars are starry in the time of our darkness, to the end they remain. O Captain, my Captain, by Walt Whitman. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rack. The prize we sought is won. The port is near. The bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But, O heart, 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 O the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills, for you bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores a-crowding, for you they call, the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head, it is some dream that on that deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells. But I, with mournful tread, walk the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. Vigil strange I kept on the field one night, by Walt Whitman. Vigil strange I kept on the field one night, when you, my son, and my comrade dropped at my side that day. One look I but gave, which your dear eyes returned with a look I shall never forget. One touch of your hand to mine, oh boy, reached up as you lay on the ground. Then onward I sped in the battle, the even contested battle, till late in the night, relieved to the place at last again I made my way. Found you in death, so cold, dear comrade. Found your body, son of responding kisses, never again on earth responding. Bared your face in the starlight, curious the scene, cool blew the moderate night wind. Long there and then in vigil I stood, dimly around me the battlefield spreading. Vigil wondrous and vigil sweet, there in the fragrant, silent night. But not a tear fell, not even a long-drawn sigh. Long, long I gazed. Then on the earth, partially reclining, sat by your side, leaning my chin in my hands. Passing sweet hours, immortal and mystic hours with you, dearest comrade. Not a tear, not a word. Vigil of silence, love and death. Vigil for you, my son and my soldier. As onward silently stars aloft, eastward new ones upward stole. Vigil final for you, brave boy. I could not save you, swift was your death. I faithfully loved you and cared for you living. I think we shall surely meet again. Till at latest lingering of the night, indeed just as the dawn appeared, my comrade I wrapped in his blanket, enveloped well his form, folded the blanket well, tucking it carefully over head and carefully under feet. And there and then, and bathed by the rising sun, my son in his grave, in his rude dug grave I deposited, ending my vigil strange with that, vigil of night and battlefield dim, vigil for boy of responding kisses, never again on earth responding. Vigil for comrade swiftly slain, vigil I never forget, how as day brightened, I rose from the chill ground and folded my soldier well in his blanket and buried him where he fell. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this episode. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful you joined me on this journey. If you enjoyed the podcast, please take a moment to leave a review, whether on your favorite podcast platform or wherever you listen. Your feedback helps the show grow, and it lets others discover the stories we're sharing. Be sure to like, follow, download, and subscribe to support the show. If you are one of the first 100 subscribers, you can request your favorite literature read by me, Petra. Until next time, take care. I can't wait to see you back for the next episode, and sweet sleep.